Hello, everyone. My name is Mario Damiani. I'm with the admissions team of the International University of Monaco, and welcome to this Q&A session focused on our Master of Science in Sustainability Innovation Management. Today's event is made up of two parts. A short presentation of the program made by the program director, Dr. Elena Tavella. Hello, Elena.
Good afternoon, everyone.
And then there will be time to answer all your questions that you can make through the chat or the Q&A section. Do not hesitate to write them down. It's the moment to have your questions answered by the program director and by myself in regards of the admission process. So I think it's already time to start, and the floor is yours, Elena.
Thank you very much, Mario. Welcome everyone to this webinar from my side as well. Let me first outline to you one of the key aspects of this master program, which is basically our collaboration and relationships with a unique network of organizations. Here on this slide, you see some of our partners that we are collaborating with throughout this master program. And as you see, most of the organizations listed here deal with ocean preservation challenges and try to make a real impact on basically preserving the ocean. Some examples are the Oceanographic Institute, the foundation of Prince Albert II of Monaco. Then we are collaborating with an incubator for startups and some other organizations which specifically deal with like sustainable solutions for the yachting industry. I will talk a little bit more about our relationships with companies inside the Principality and also outside as we move forward with the presentation. Let me move on to outlining to you for whom this program was developed. So basically in this program, we aim at educating and training two main types of profiles. Firstly, we aim at educating and training sustainability managers, meaning those of you who after the studies would like to take on a managerial role and join more of a conventional company and try to transform some of the practices, processes into more sustainable ones. Secondly, we educate and train sustainability entrepreneurs, meaning those of you who after the program would like to develop your own sustainable startup. And thirdly, we also educate and train consultants for sustainable transition, being it for consultancy for managers and consultancy as well for entrepreneurs. Let me move on to describing some of the key aspects of this program. One essential component of the program is our collaboration with an engineering school in Paris. It's school number 8 in terms of ranking in France amongst the engineering schools. And basically, we have engineers coming in from Paris to teach 4 key courses, basically on engineering, including the use of IT for sustainable transition, sustainable energy supply and consumption, and also smart city development. And another key aspect of the program is that we really want to use the Principality of Monaco, meaning the geographical area, as a campus. So, of course, we also want to practice what we preach in class, meaning we want to keep our own carbon emissions at a low level. Therefore, we really try to exploit as much as we can, like what is going on in terms of sustainable development within the Principality. This means that we tie into one of the key priorities of the Principality in terms of sustainable development, which is ocean preservation. Then we also try to explore the paradox between luxury and sustainability. You might wonder why study sustainability in Monaco, which is known for luxury products, luxury services? Well, it is exactly at the intersection of luxury and sustainability that some of the most creative ideas for sustainable development emerge, because aligning these two aspects are very conflicting, and creative solutions often come from trying to balance this paradox. And finally, Monaco, the Principality, is a small geographical area with many initiatives in sustainable development taking place, meaning because of the size of the area and the number of activities going on, we have easier access to exploring sustainable development in practice. On this slide, you see an outline of the study plan. So it's a 16-month program. 10 months take place in class, meaning your courses take place within September and end of June. So the first semester, which goes from September to December, is basically covering some key aspects of management, such as strategy, leadership, and accounting. And it also covers the fundamentals of sustainability, being it environmental aspects, social aspects, and economic aspects of sustainability. This is because we want to bring students coming from different backgrounds in terms of their bachelor degrees on the same level and prepare them for the second semester, which is much more intense in terms of sustainability learning. So in the second semester, we have the engineering courses that I briefly outlined before. Then we have courses dedicated to sustainable business management, such as circular economy, project and change management, alliances and networks. And in parallel, we also have entrepreneurship courses in which you basically learn how to develop a business plan. And we also have some more applied components, such as the business simulation and the applied business project, in which you basically come up with a solution, an action plan for a company facing a sustainability challenge. After the 10 months, you would go into the capstone project, which takes 6 months. Basically, here you have different options. You can either write the classic master thesis, do more of a research piece. You can do an internship in a company of your choice. You can also, if you want, work on your startup idea, for example. So here you can choose what you would like to do within these 6 months. At the moment, most of the students go for an internship in a company, but it is, of course, your choice. In the next couple of slides, I would like to show you some examples of activities that students have been involved in within the Principality of Monaco in order to learn more about sustainable development in practice. Here you see 2 students visiting the Monaco Yacht Show in September, in which they basically were exposed to like sustainable energy solutions for yachting, such as electric boats. And they had the opportunity to talk to stakeholders from Siemens Energy and Water Revolution Foundation, 2 key players involved in decarbonizing yachting. Here on this picture, you see one of the current students attending a conference called LuxPack in Monaco. Basically, here the students heard about how luxury companies try to deal with their waste management and also are developing more sustainable solutions for packaging their products. So basically in Monaco, each year we have different events in relation to sustainable development. So the events that you see here in this presentation might not exactly in that format take place in the future, but it's just to give you some ideas of what is going on within the Principality. Here, for example, students could attend a conference on space and sustainable development, in which they heard about the importance of conducting space missions for monitoring climate change on Earth. And the students also had the opportunity to interact with astronauts to hear more about their experiences. In September, we were invited by the foundation of the Prince Albert II to watch a movie that was released by ocean explorers. And we basically saw marine biologists going down, diving deep into the ocean in submarines, where they basically were observing all sorts of ocean animals, fauna and flora, in order kind of to monitor the development, the evolvement of fauna and flora in the ocean. And then we had a series of panelists explaining us the importance of monitoring ocean development for climate change, and also for being able to preserve our oceans. We regularly have guest speakers coming to class, showcasing successful examples of sustainable development within companies. For example, we had the program manager for smart city development explaining to the students how the principality is trying to transform the area into a more smart version of it. And we also collaborate with the co-founder and director of Water Revolution Foundation based in Amsterdam, who basically came to class to explain recent or current trends in decarbonizing yachting. And of course, like, interacting with practitioners is key for you to get a meaningful internship position during the capstone project. We also attended last year the Monaco Ocean Week. This might happen from now on every second year rather than every year, but basically we attended a roundtable on decarbonizing shipping, meaning researchers telling us about different opportunities to decarbonize vessels and cargo ships. And yes, my last point is the Monaco Ocean Protection Challenge. This is super interesting and super important to our students. Basically, each year we have a business plan competition taking place in Monaco, in which students can apply and hand in a proposal for their business plan. And it is really the first opportunity that students get to pitch their business idea and potentially get investors supporting their entrepreneurial idea that they might in future turn into a real startup. So participating in this competition is the first real hands-on experience that students can have to basically pitch their business plan. Yes, and with this, I am giving back the word to Mario. Sorry if I'm interrupting you, but I personally cannot hear you. I just want to make sure that everybody hears. Maybe it's just me. Sorry about that. No, me personally, I do not hear, but it might be that our guests can hear you.
Oh, probably okay.
Yes, no, now, yes. Yes, now, yes.
All right. I'm taking off my headset so it might be working. So I was saying that this is now the time for you guys to write down your questions if you want them to be answered during this live event. So use the Q&A section or the chat to write them down. And now let's talk a little bit about the application and the admission processes. First of all, the applications for fall 2025 are already open. So if you go on our website, you will find the possibility to apply this intake and so to submit your complete application. What you need to do is to go on our website, www.monaco.edu, and click on the button that is always appearing on the screen, Apply Online. You will be redirected onto an application platform where you'll be asked to upload a series of documents. As you might know about IUM, we welcome students from more than 70 different nationalities, so from all over the world. So the process is entirely online, quite smooth and quick. So what do you need to upload to complete your application? First of all, a letter of motivation, knowing that the entire process is mostly motivational process. So it's a one-page statement letter when you write what are the reasons for you to join the program, or what are your experiences eventually if you have some in regards of the issues of innovation and sustainability, what drives you toward a future career in the sector, and why interested in Monaco, so the reason for you to join the program. Then we are asking from you your degree, if you have your bachelor degree, or at least your transcript if you're not graduated yet. In fact, you don't need to be graduated to apply, but we need to receive your updated transcript at the moment when you apply. So transcripts are the list of exams with credits and grades. Then we ask from you a CV or resume. Even though a professional experience is not required to join the program, most probably you have already done some experiences or internships, and so we would like to know about them in such document. Then we'll ask you some personal documents, copy of your passport, one picture of you. Then the proof of English proficiency. To join the program, you need to own a B2 level of proficiency. Good news is that you don't need to provide the test strictly at the moment of the application. You can provide it at latest before joining classes in September. So you can go through the process, be admitted, even enroll without having one, and focusing on obtaining one after your admission. The test is waived under two conditions, either if you come from an English-speaking country, or if you studied your bachelor fully in English. In this case, you don't need to provide any tests at all. The last step is paying 80 euros, 80, as application fees. Once everything is done, we will check your documents and get back to you, proposing a date for the admission interview with the program director, with Dr. Tavella. It's the interview, it's 30-minute conversation via Teams, where the program director would like to know more about you, listen to your presentation, and discuss a little bit about your goals, expectations, motivations, experiences, and so on. It's also for you the time to make questions to her in case you have some residual ones. Let's say that from the moment when you finalize your application online to the moment when you will receive the outcome of your admission, the process takes no more than 2 weeks overall, so it's a quite quick process. Once you receive from us the communication, this email will contain also the link to enroll to the program. And now if you want to move to the next one. So my name is Mario Damiani, as I said. I'm the admission manager for this master. It means that I'm available for you to answer all your questions, I'm available to discuss also through a video call if you want to set one with me, or through email, and answer a question about student life, how to come to Monaco, questions about the program itself, and so on. So write down my contacts. In any case, I will follow up after the events with each one of you. So I would say that it is now time to start with the questions. We have a few. Can you make an example of weekly schedule for the master?
Yes, so basically the weekly schedule varies. You might have some days with 2 hours of classes, 4, 6 hours. this depends like on different conditions, such as availability of professors. Some of the professors come from outside the university, because of course we aim at getting the best possible professors we can get for teaching the courses I just outlined a little bit before. Some of them have an academic background but are practitioners, meaning they work in companies. So basically they come in and might teach like on 2 days 4 and 4 hours. So the schedule varies between 2 to 6 hours per day. Normally classes start at 8:30. They say they can start at 8:30 and reach up to the evening. Yes.
On the top of the events attended, do professors bring practical experience in class?
Yes, definitely. As I just said 2 seconds ago, some of the professors have practical experience because they either have their own startup or they work in a company, or some of them are also consultants for sustainable development. Some other professors, such as me, for example, have a purely academic background. However, we are deep into the practitioner literature on sustainable development, meaning, for example, in the course you would have with me on strategy, I continuously bring in examples of successful companies in terms of aligning strategy and sustainable development. We work on practical case study, meaning, for example, I would give you a written text about a company development and ask you to do an analysis on an applied case. So definitely, yes, all professors bring in, to the extent they can, practical insights that is relevant.
Okay. Can you make examples of internships made by the students?
Yeah, so basically, to answer this question, I can refer to some of the current internship positions that students have. One of the students is working at the foundation of the Prince Albert II. Basically, he's working with rising funds for ocean preservation. Another one is working with the Water Revolution Foundation. I have shown you basically the logo of the Water Revolution Foundation, and also have told you that the CEO came into class to give a presentation about the activities of the Water Revolution Foundation in terms of decarbonizing yachting. She really liked what he presented and asked basically him whether he would have an internship position. Yes, and she has just finished or is about to finish her internship, very successful one, because Robert Van Tol is connected to basically all key stakeholders in yachting that we have in this area. So for her, it's going to be quite easy to stay in the sector because she did an amazing job, basically, and he can connect her to other important stakeholders. Another student is working in Monaco at Ethic, which is basically a startup also trying or helping to decarbonize yachting more in the area of Monaco. Basically, I would say you can do an internship almost in any type of company. And I would definitely look for roles, not only that have the keyword sustainability in it, but also more generic roles. Because let's be honest, all companies need to try to make an effort to move towards sustainability objectives, and they basically need people who have the expertise, the knowledge to embark on a sustainability transition. So it can be any type of company, any type of role, because any type of role, any type of company needs support for achieving sustainability objectives.
Thank you. And always in regards of internship, are there some opportunities provided through the school or are students required to find internships independently? So maybe I might start if you want and complete. So we have a,
Oh,
yeah, we have a very active career service here at IUM. They come in class from day one, actually from the orientation week. You'll be talking and meeting with a career coach expert in the sector, right, Elena? Because
yes.
career is definitely the priority for us and for the students attending this university and this master. So the career service will come in class throughout the year in training you in networking skills, presentation skills, or to improve your CV or to improve your LinkedIn profile. They organize networking events with alumni and professionals active in the area, not only. They organize the business days where companies come in campus with actual internship openings. You'll be able to meet them in one-to-one, let's say, speed dating, that one-to-one interviews. And so from day one, they prepare and train you to be ready to find your internship. And they're also available for one-to-one counseling sessions where they can share contacts available with you. So it's a personal responsibility to find one with a lot of support from us. And then Ella, maybe I think that you might add some content, maybe the many events that they're taking part in give lots of chances for that as well, right?
Yeah, to me, it's like anytime you meet a practitioner, it is an opportunity to get an internship because it can take 1 second to say, yes, I'm interested in offering you an internship position. So basically, anytime we have a guest speaker coming to class, anytime we go out to an event, or you are in your networking activities, if you would see anyone that is working in a field that is of interest to you, do not hesitate to be proactive. Because you might meet this person that you feel really inspired by, that you really feel like, wow, they are doing something great in terms of sustainable development. Ask them, just ask them, be proactive, because by being proactive from day one, this will lead you to the best opportunities for the internship.
You've also seen, guys, how many events, initiatives take place in Monaco. But the good thing of Monaco is also the small size. So it's much easier to meet people. We share the same, even bars, restaurant, clubs, and social life on the top of professional life. So it's not a huge city where you cannot meet anyone. You meet people here. So again, as Professor Tavella said, be proactive during your period here because it is much easier to make meaningful connections in a smaller place, but relevant place like Monaco, right? So guys, we have one last question. So if you want to make more, it's really now the time to write. So the question is, what are the application deadlines and the academic grade requirements? So I would answer for the deadline part, Ellen, and leave you the rest to you. So there is not a specific deadline here at IUM. So applications are already open. You don't need to be graduated. And selections made on rolling basis. So as soon as places are taken, application will be closed. Of course, there is still a lot of time. The application just started 15 days ago, so there's still room, but we have already a good number of admitted students for this year. So my suggestion is as soon as you feel you're ready, you have your documents, you kind of decided, it is the time for you, especially if you want to have a place guaranteed, because the only guarantee to have a place is to then enroll. Also, it depends on where you are based and live, because if you come from outside the European Union, you might have to ask also for a visa. It's not a complicated process, but it's a process that takes some time. It doesn't depend on us. It depends on consulate, so we don't have full control on this. Even though once you're admitted, you'll be put in contact with the student services, and they will provide you with very detailed guide on students' lives, and also on the visa request, which kind of documents you need to have prepared up front, so to be ready for a successful appointment at your consulate, and also tips on housing and practical life here in the area. So, not a specific deadline, but as soon as you're ready, I suggest that you do your application. And what about, Elena, the academic and grade requirements?
Well, of course, first of all, we are looking into the background. Here we are quite open because the first semester was specifically designed to be introductory, both on the managerial business side and the fundamentals of sustainability. So basically, we welcome students with background in business administration, law, as well as biology, natural sciences, engineering. You know, we have mixed cohorts, and therefore we designed the program as such to bring everybody at the same level for semester two. Of course, I go through the grades. Grades are important because we want to ensure a certain level of academic standards. Basically, professors have a PhD degree and deliver a certain level, academic level, in terms of the content, both theoretical content that is relevant for theory and for practice. Of course, we want to ensure that we have a homogeneous cohort in terms of the grades that the candidates bring in. Of course, when I'm going through your application material, I am looking for whether you have some practical experience with sustainability. It is not a requirement, but it happens that candidates might have done an internship which is somehow related to sustainability, you know, and then this of course goes into the motivation for the applicants to study sustainability. Motivation is key. Motivation to study this program is key because we really want during the studies and afterwards to do something good for people and the planet. But again, having experience, practical experience with sustainability is not absolutely not a requirement because we prioritize motivation to really embark on a change process.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. We don't have any more questions, so thank you all of you for attending this Q&A session dedicated to the Master of Science in Sustainability Innovation Management at the International University of Monaco. Do not hesitate to get in touch with me for any further question. In any case, I will drop you an email with some additional content in regards of this program. Thank you, Elena, for your
Thank you very much.
presentation, and I hope to meet you soon, guys, maybe here in Monaco. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.